take the huge payday. You're an idiot if you don't. Take the huge payday. But then, Chris, can he trust Triple H? Is Triple H going to book him like the star that he thinks he is?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Wrestling Outlaws. I am Dr. Chris Featherstone here with the former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Vince Russo, and the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, EC3. Again, I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone here for the Wrestling Outlaws. Let's start off, ladies and gentlemen, with talking about shooting from the hip. Triple H's stance on CM Punk has changed, has softened a bit. He was very anti-CM Punk, says the rumors.
The variable, verified source, the rumors.
Yeah, we were just talking about that off air.
Paul, they're getting the relationship of Paul and Phil. Yeah, I bet. Go on. I'm curious to hear what this is.
So basically, there's a rumored buyout going on between CM Punk and AEW. Don't expect to see CM Punk in AEW again after a big, shocking return after 7.5 years out away from the business, and people crying, about his return. I knew people were there. People were
losers
crying.
Oh, Lord God has returned.
Right.
Lord knows he'd shed a tear for you if your family died in a fire or you fell off a cliff. He doesn't care about you, idiot. But you will weep for him. Go ahead.
He's tweeted plenty of times over the years how much he didn't care. But so here's the deal. So based on the rumors, Triple H has softened his stance after having a hard no for CM Punk as of last year. And so here's a question I'm going to ask for you, Digger. Should CM Punk return to the WWE? And if so, let's start there. Like just flat out, should he return to the WWE? Yes or no?
Why not? Who cares? Should he return to the WWE? The thing is, his big gripe was he never got to be the, quote, main event of WrestleMania, end quote, despite the fact he's worked so many high caliber matches and had so many opportunities to even be on the show in matches billed practically as the main event. Look, dude, I'm sorry The Rock came back, but he's the Rock. He's going to be in the last match. Who cares if you're 8th? Who cares if you're 7th? Who cares if you're 6th? You're working the Undertaker. It's fine. But his strategy was, maybe I have to be the guy that goes away and comes back as a special attraction to get that last match spot. And well, if that's the case, if that's how it works out, congratulations. He did it. Should he? Why not? Business is good when people are intrigued. That would have some intrigue. Would it carry over long term? I don't know. But maybe not. Regardless, the spike in interest into the biggest show of the year would draw money. Drawing money is imperative in wrestling. Should he? I don't make the calls, but if I was holding stock in the company and I thought it would make my company money, yes, I would do that.
With that, that's a good segue there. We're talking about stock. So EC3, he mentioned the word stock. Based on the controversial media scrum, based on everything that's going on with CM Punk and AEW, based on the fact that many people kind of got kind of checked out on CM Punk, a lot of commenters and people as far as their overall stance on CM Punk and AEW.
Will be changing their tune the second his song hits on Monday Night Raw.
True, but here's the question, though. How long does that last, though? because it didn't
How
last.
long?
It went from people literally crying on Rampage to months later, them saying, we're tired of CM Punk. So do you think, Vince, that let's just say for conversation's sake, he does return to the WWE? How long does the honeymoon stage with WWE last?
Bro, again, that, it's like everything else, Chris, that we talk about. That comes down to the creative. And, bro, they were crying when he first appeared at AEW, but then the creative just let everybody down. They did nothing with him. Tony Khan booked him horribly, bro. So, again, that's what it really comes down to. And, here's my thing if I'm CM Punk. First of all, bro, take the huge payday. You're an idiot if you don't. Take the huge payday. But then, Chris, can he trust Triple H? Is Triple H going to book him like the star that he thinks he is? But I'll be honest with you. If I'm CM Punk and I can get a huge paycheck, bro, book me however you want because I'll laugh all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'll be the semi-main event, and it's fine.
Yeah.
7 figures for a match ain't a bad little deal.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem from last time, though. Like, he was getting, big spots. He went against Cena. He went against The Undertaker. He had a Mania match against The Undertaker. He was upset that he didn't.
You know what I would do to wrestle The Rock twice? Both of you guys. I would do both of you guys to wrestle The Rock twice.
Wow.
Wow, let's be sure to show the PP cam to verify that you did. So yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, you throw in The Rock there too. Like, he had some really high profile matches. He still wasn't content though.
But it's impossible to please somebody that will never be pleased, and that's probably a reflection on him.
Right.
I don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but Chris, you talk. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Real fast. I was just gonna say, look, you're in the WWE, Vince. You know this well. You're gonna have to sacrifice a bit of your creative vision to play ball. But if you can get 70% of it in, 80% of it in, the way you want, man, that's playing the house money. He had the opportunity to do exactly what he wanted to do with the quote pipe bomb. Like, very few people would be afforded that opportunity to say whatever the hell they want, make it seem as though it was a work or as a shoot, but it's a work. Like, how many people had that carte blanche to just go nuts? At least one opportunity to actually say to the world what they think's going on or what really is going on. Like, and it's a legendary promo for that reason. So, you won a lot. Have some satisfaction in those victories.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. I don't think that CM Punk will be content unless he was discontent despite having a WrestleMania match with The Undertaker, having the belt for 434 days.
What a run.
But at the same time, he, understandably so, he was getting out kind of spotted by Cena. Cena would do the main event matches. I think there was one pay-per-view he had a match against Laurinaitis, another pay-per-view he had a match. He was getting out spot. His spot was getting lost by Cena a lot during that time.
I mean, I think that show you're talking about where it was Big John versus Big Johnny.
Yeah.
That was the main event. It was a horse blah blah haha whatever. But instead, he's the 5th match, and he got to work with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan.
30 minutes, and hypothetically, hell, they could probably win overtime. They could probably win 10 minutes. They could have told a master class in storytelling and professional wrestling, and had that safety net of not being the main event and not being cut short. That's a victory. That's not a loss. Just because John Laurinaitis and John Cena is on last doesn't mean you're not going to have the best match that's most remembered, especially by wrestling purists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, Chris, just keep in mind, bro, you're talking about during the prime of his career.
Mhm.
He's at the end of his career now. So
Yeah.
if I'm him, the thing that matters to me most at this point is the paycheck. Like I'm past main eventing. Like this is the last shot I have at making real money, bro. Take freaking payday.
But we've talked about Vince when it comes to the egos of a lot of these wrestlers, though.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean.
true.
So it's
Yeah,
like, is he still thinking as a wrestler? So CM Punk's a wrestler. You know what I mean? He's not an entertainer. He's not a sports entertainer. He's a wrestler. So with these wrestlers, they're really big on remaining that spot in the business, getting that main event, making that big main event type of spot. I don't think that will go away for Punk.
Well, also keep in mind too, though, Chris. One thing you got to look at too is his injuries.
Yeah,
he's been injured a lot, and the older he gets, he's got. I think he understands, like, right?
He got hurt fighting children, man. Yeah. Take the paycheck. And Chris, when you say he's not a sports entertainer, he's a wrestler. The dude's a sports entertainer as much as anybody who had as Doink in a sense, because they're doing the exact same thing. They're entertaining people via sport. And let me see, does he have a token finish? Yes. Does he have a taunt to set it up? Yes. Does he have noticeable theme music and presence? Yes. Does he do things on his entrance that are, part of him and his character and is entertaining, whether it's taking the knee, doing the thing? Like, yeah, he's a sports entertainer. He's a pro wrestler. They're one and the same, really.
No, I don't think they're one and the same. I think that someone who's like, for me, Bray Wyatt's a sports entertainer. Like, he's someone who's really, really focused on honing in his character, and he's an artist. Like, he's someone who uses wrestling to color his art as an artist. Like, to me, CM Punk doesn't do that. He's someone who is like a indie bred, like just indie blood type of wrestler who's has a really, really good promo, solid matches in the ring, and has a cult following. And so I think that his to me, I guess his intent, his mission is to still, put together like Mac classics, you know what I mean? Like and when I think that's what I mean as far as the difference. I see what you mean, EC3, but at the same time, when I'm thinking of sports entertainment, I'm thinking of someone who really wants to entertain from an artistry perspective. And he's more of a wrestler, you know what I mean? So
one finish I'd have on that is in his media scrum interview, what'd he say? I'm old, I'm tired, I'm hurt, and I work with children. Now he's gonna be old, tired, hurt, but he's at least gonna work with adults.
There you go. There you go. Will he be more injured than he is working with children? That's the question at hand. Who likes? Okay, so real quick, what match should he have if he were to come back? If there's one person right now that you would book him against, both of y'all have booked promotions. Who would he go against if he came back to WWE? So basically, we're heading into Survivor Series. If he were to come back, who would be a Survivor Series opponent? EC3.
Well, if I'm Triple H and I'm feigning interest in bringing him back just to torture him, the first thing I'm gonna do, Braun probably have fun in Survivor Series. Welcome back, buddy. You short order line cook. No, like.
Can you see Triple H doing that just to be petty?
I think we'll get to that in a little bit too, other subjects. But yeah, I can see a little vindictiveness, and never forget. Here's a lesson to the industry: never forget who you see when you're on the way up, because you're gonna see him on the way down, and vice versa. So you're never free of somebody who may have control over you, and you may never be free of somebody who can pay you money, but then the things you've done and the things you said will come back and have consequences.
Indeed.
In reality, a Survivor Series landscape, you need to bring him back a little pizzazz without putting him right into the main picture. Drew, I guess. Drew.
So he comes back as a heel then?
Yeah.
He wouldn't. I don't think he'd come back as a heel. I don't think it'll
You
work.
know, it was always a really underrated match too. Was the match he had with Brock at SummerSlam? Like that was.
I actually like that match. Yeah,
really
yeah. Vince, who you got, man? Who's
Bro, you gotta, bro. Listen, if they knew how to freaking book with the lack of talent that they have, bro, you've got to bring him straight away at Reigns. And bro, maybe it is. Maybe the gimmick is this will either be my last match or I'm going to be the champion and have a contract with the WWE. And you know what, bro? Either it is Royal Rumble, or either it's a backup plan to Rock at Mania. But he would have to come in bro, shooting on what happened at AEW, the way, shooting on all that stuff. You didn't see the real me. You saw a skeleton of myself. The WWE knows the real me. Roman Reigns knows the real me. So here's the bottom line. This is either going to be one and done, or I'm going to be the champion. I'm going to be around here for a long time. I mean, I couldn't see anything less than that for them to get the bang for their buck.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess my question, still stands, with you, like the axe, shovel over there, man. Shubs over there. So listen, do you think that Triple H would bring back CM Punk just to be petty and have him lose a gang of matches?
No, Vince would. Triple H wouldn't, but Triple H would also. He'd have his fun a little bit, What do
you think, Vince?
Bro, it's very hard for me, bro, because there are two Triple H's. There's the Triple H before Stephanie, and there's the Triple H after Stephanie. I don't know the Triple H who married Stephanie McMahon. I don't know that guy. The Triple H before he married Stephanie, he was not that kind of a guy. Listen, bro, I got hot at Triple H one time because he wouldn't return a favor and do a job for D'Lo Brown. And I basically said to him, like, are you freaking kidding me, bro? All the times he's laid down for you, you're not going to return the favor now. But that was like the one and only time I saw a selfish side of Triple H. I don't know the Triple H with the power. So it's hard for me to say.